it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow lady, Mike 59. Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. In. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his second touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
21 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
5-8. Still kill. I got it. Switch.
Here's Brees to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
After the sack on 1st down, Brees, he's got Smith here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Demario Davis there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Slam. Lock in.
Now it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Marshall picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Hey, Will. Hey, easy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be complete to Cook.
Complete to Jared Cook. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Saints 14, Bears 7.
Jack, yellow lady. Lennon. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. 20. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is Harris. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Back's mine, back's mine. 47's the mic, boys, 47. Man, don't. 47. Hey, Echo. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic. Watch twist. Man, don't. Twist. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 20. Man, don't. Slam.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His 2nd return touchdown to the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him the ball.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sends it
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And this is Cook with the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. Breeze now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
42, Bears 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Stevens. It's caught. Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On first down, Stevens. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Kill.
80 weapons.
Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. It's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Bravo.
Let's go one more. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Alert.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Army.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Paul Richardson. 89 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point splits the uprights, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Kill.
Ran, throw.
Trubisky will throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Alert.
Here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
59. Mike's 59. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 3. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Going up top for Miller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stevens escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw again. Stevens looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pull it out. Hey, exit.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Go. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Stevens sliding out of the pocket. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They try again with Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
18 Gators. Come on, boy. Come on. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Don't be scared of it. Deep grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Stevens dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The quick slant caught. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Stevens flushed out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. Stevens. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Harris now to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle, and the Ravens have taken the lead in a very offensive-minded game. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, watch it. Shift.
On 1st and 10, Stevens. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Watch twist.
Let's go.
From the gun, Stevens. They'll roll him out right. Let it and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
61, Bears 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All day, every day.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Smith has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Ready? 8, read. X3. 2-18, chop it. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Kill. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Stevens eluding the pressure right. And that's caught by Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22.
Ready.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking to throw. Stevens. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check Mike. Mike's 59.
Throwing again. Stevens. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10.